All right, I'm back. Video number 4, everybody. I know y'all been waiting. It took a little while, but we're done. And this is probably the last video. If you watched the first 3, you know that in the beginning, I was telling you guys I was gonna change this old beat up garage into my garage gym space, which I've done. And it meant that I had to clean up and remove a lot of old appliances, and I had to power wash this floor. Then I had to mop and sweep it 5 or 6 times just to get all the dust out of it. I had to remove all kind of spider webs out of the ceiling. I had to paint the ceiling back here white so that it would make it easier for you guys to see whenever I was doing some of my online work like I'm doing right here today. I had to prep all the walls for laying in chicken wire. The chicken wire is in order to prevent the mice and rats and raccoons or anything else that might have wanted to make its way into the gym out. So it was just a ton of prep work, and just to get it ready for October 22nd when my girl Stacy would come over with all her tools and help me actually put the walls up, insulation, and that chicken wire down along with paint. So the week before that happened, we got all the wood in, we got the R13 insulation, and we went ahead and brung all that over, and then got everything cleaned up and got going. And so we started on October 22nd about 10 a.m. and we worked till about around 5 or 6. And that block of time was occupied by a lot of nail banging. And so what we initially started with was laying in all the chicken wire around the foundation to keep, like I said, to keep all the rodents out. After we got that chicken wire laid in, we actually reinforced some of the walls where there were some holes and things like that with some wood to keep anything from, just to help keep things from getting in here, and also just to make it nicer, keep it warmer. And so we did all of that. Then we put in that R13 insulation, you know, so we put in a bunch of that all around the gym. And then we started cutting up plywood and getting that plywood hung, and we hung all that up. And I mean, it took the better part of the day and a lot of nails. My role, I'm not a big carpenter, but I can swing a hammer a little bit. So my girl Stacy would put a sheet up, and then she'd say, all right, go ahead and bang some holes into the wall. And so we got all those nails put in and got these walls up and nice and secure. And then it really started feeling like a gym quickly, and you could feel the heat. You know, it was warm that day, but you could really feel that it's definitely gonna have it hot in here. I have one more thing to do, which is insulate the actual garage door. I'll be doing that, and I'll make sure, actually I will do a fit video so I can show you guys what that looks like. I'm gonna put some R8 insulation in there that's specifically for garage doors to help in the winter time. But this place is already feeling real warm on some 30-degree days, so I'm feeling very confident that I can come in here, get my workouts in, and not have to worry about feeling uncomfortable. It'd be just like today, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. So once we got everything, got all those walls up and it started looking good, then I started painting. And you know I want to do Usawa Fitness orange. So as you can see in the back, just like my thumbnails, I got the Usawa Fitness orange working, got the new Usawa Fitness sign. So hopefully that'll make everything look a little bit cooler in here when I'm doing things like I'm doing here today. But once I got those walls up, this floor was great. So I wanted to paint it, so I went in and I painted the floor. I used this black flat finish. I like the flat finish because it gives it that look, almost like feels like it's rubber until you jump and bang one of your knees up against it. Not a good idea. I've done it and I won't do it again. But it does look really good, and it gives it that look. It almost looks like rubber. Now, I did get some of that matte flooring for the cage, and as you can see, we're going with a Sunny Health and Fitness rack in place of the Fitness Reality ATN XLT Supermax Power cage. Obviously, I love that cage, but when my friend told me that He would get me a cage. I decided to get a different cage so that I could find out if the fitness reality cage was exactly what I thought it was. Now I'm gonna get a chance to give you guys a different perspective because I have this one in here and it also matches the colors, and we gotta like that it matches the colors, baby. So I've got that going. We also have brought in the assault bike that was in my bedroom. I brought that in here. And so we're not gonna put a ton of stuff in here, but we are gonna make it comfortable so I can crush my workouts and everything and not have to worry about being in the cold and shoveling snow all winter every time I try to go out there to get a workout in. So I'm gonna get to do it like a lot of you other guys out there and gals out there who have those garage gyms that you can work out all year in the warmth. I'm looking forward to it. Because if you've seen any of my old videos, I did work out in the winter out there in the snow a lot of days, and I hated doing that. But you know what? I did want to get my workouts in, and I think this is gonna feel significantly different. We went with the Dr. I forget, it's a 1500 watt heater that I went with back there, and I'm using that guy, and it's nice. Has a remote. It turns off if you knock it over, so it's very safe, and it's 120 volts, so you don't have to worry about putting any kind of specific special electric lines in here in order to run it, so that's cool. So overall, I'm feeling real good about it, y'all. I'm feeling real good about it. We also got a new tri-watt Olympic bar over there that I want to show you guys, and it's tight. I'm really liking that new bar, and we'll get into that, kind of show you guys everything that's going on with that. We also got a set of power block expansion adjustable dumbbells. You know, before we had gotten a set and they were labeled expansion, but they weren't. So we got those. So overall, we got a few new things. We're using one of the SpoxFit adjustable weight benches because I don't want to, like I said, I'm hoping I might be getting something from some of the sponsors, but we're just going to use what we had, recycle what we had in the back from some of the other videos until we can upgrade some things. But so far, I'm feeling good. I feel like we got a new space, and I feel like, you know, I've had some of my friends and clients come over and check it out, and they are really thrilled at how good it looks. And hopefully you guys got a good chance to see what it takes to build a gym like this from the scraps. And if you have any questions about it, you know, you can always hit me at vern@usawafitness.com. I know that's my email address. My website is currently down just because the renewal process started over. I changed to a new service, and I got to go through and figure out how to set it up. And because I've been so preoccupied with creating this space, I haven't had a lot of chance to address it, as well as get as many of these videos out as I usually like to. But I needed to get this done before winter hit because it's right on us. We've had some really nice days here in Chicago, but I know that that's about to change real soon. And I just wanted to get this space up to speed so that I could comfortably come back here, do my videos, do my workouts, and not have to worry about trying to get this done when it was freezing outside and 20, 30 degrees. So we got it going. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple more little pieces. I'm gonna do one more video, at least one more video like this, so I can show you guys a little bit about what it takes to actually insulate that door. There's a couple of little things that are really helpful. I'm getting a tiny bit of dust in here in this because I have one last project to finish on that door aside from the insulation, but it's a pretty cool little process, and I think that if you guys are considering doing something like this, you're gonna wanna see it because it's very helpful. But like I said, let me show y'all one more thing. One of my clients gave me some towels, all right? So I got the Usawa Fitness towels, you know, looks kind of like the gym towels you get where they got the yellow that is consistent of, if you take this, we know you took it, and I like that. So she hooked me up with that. Thank you to Arava. Thank you to Stacy. Thank you to G-Man. Thank you to Billy. Thank you to Max. Thank you to Laura Haran. Thank you to Carol. Thank you to Howie. Thank you to so many people who helped me with this whole process. I really appreciate everybody that has looked out and really gone out. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. I'm just so grateful because I had so much help in this process that I couldn't have done this for a lot of reasons without a lot of people's help. So this has been a project that has come out of love and is looking fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly what it allows us. Thank you to Chris. I'm looking forward to seeing what it allows me to be able to do in here. Hopefully grow out this channel and continue to live this YouTube dream that I have in mind. And I thank you to each one of you in this community that are helping me grow it out and create something here that is bigger than what I could have ever imagined when I was forced out of the gym into my daughter's bedroom to create a gym that would allow me to online train. That's how this all started, and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to be out here, train out here, and maybe make that back into a room so that my kids can enjoy that a little bit more, because I'm not doing all my studio time in there with that little makeshift studio that I created. So when they're here visiting me, now they got a place to stay. I appreciate y'all checking out the video. Don't forget to check one of these out if you haven't already. Love and peace, everybody. Out.